Aniya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Welcome in if you're new. Welcome back if you're subscribed. So I know I have not been on here in a while, but I'm back. Okay, I just took a break that ended up being longer than it was intended to, but it was much needed. All right, and we're back. So today we're going to be looking into general just guidance and advice for this year of 2026. I figured this was the perfect video to come back with, so we're going to go ahead and get into that. Go ahead and choose your pile, and the timestamps are down below. Hey pile one, welcome to your reading. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it and see what is the guidance and advice spirit for my pile one this time. I'm kind of nervous. I haven't done this in I haven't posted a video in 2 months. Yeah, it feels like much longer than that though. But anyways, spirit, what is the guidance and advice for my pile ones for this year of 2026? What is the guidance and advice for my pile ones for 2026? First, we have the Tower, and we have the Seven of Wands, okay? Pile one is giving that you might have to cut some people off this year or just be a lot more defensive of yourself. I think, pile one, your energy is giving me that you could be like a people pleaser. And even if you don't resonate with that term, even if you don't feel like you're actively people pleasing, you might just give too much grace. You might just give too much benefit of the doubt. You might be the bigger person too often, and it's no, cuss them out. No, it's okay. You might need to actively cuss them out. You might need to punch them in their face. I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying with this Tower here, this is giving me that, there is no more playing nice. You get what I'm saying? This is making me think about, for those of you who might be into anime, I watch a little bit of anime. I don't really watch it as much as I used to, but I cannot stand, I cannot stand a merciful hero. That's so annoying to me. The enemy comes and just slays the whole village, and then the protagonist is right on the verge of being able to end them, and they're no, but I'm gonna show them mercy because they had childhood trauma. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's I don't care if they had childhood trauma. That doesn't give them the right to do what they just did, and they just offed your friends and your family. You talking about mercy, grace? That's why one of my favorite animes is Demon Slayer, because the protagonist slays his enemies. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just going to say he's graceful. He has a heart, but him having a heart does not stop him from handling business. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Tondro. And that's what I feel like 2026 is going to be about for you. It's about finding that balance between being the kind person that you are, but still not being afraid to set boundaries. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords reversed. It's I feel like you were, I feel like you carry anxiety when it comes to defending yourself or speaking up for yourself or advocating for yourself, because you tend to get gaslit, or people will try to convince you that you're being dramatic or that you're asking for too much or things like that. I feel like a lot of times when you have defended yourself in the past, you were met with a lot of resistance. And so it kind of made you feel okay, well, maybe I should be nicer. Maybe I should be more accommodating. Maybe I should compromise. Maybe I am tripping. Maybe I am doing too much. And it's you're noticing that as you continue to take a more passive approach, that other people are only getting bolder. This is one of those things where you are giving somebody grace, and because you're giving somebody grace, you're thinking in your head that they're going to appreciate the grace that you're giving them, when in reality, you giving them grace and them not facing the real consequences for their actions is only making them more audacious. And they're only getting more disrespectful, more rude, more bold as time goes on. And I feel 2026, you might have a lot of moments, and I'm not trying to wish this on you. I don't want to sound like that, but it's more so I do get the vibe so that you might experience people trying you in ways that you didn't think they were comfortable to even try you. And you have to be who do you think I am? And who do you think you are? One of those moments where it's somebody exposes their character in a way where it shows a lot about how they view you, whether they don't respect you or whether they think you're weak or whether they think that you're easily manipulated, things like that. And you have to be no, I'm actually not this and that. I don't know who you thought you were, and I'm not afraid to cuss you out. I'm not afraid to stop talking to you. I'm not afraid to scrap if we got to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid. There's this energy in 2026 of you not being afraid to set boundaries and to tell people off and to leave people where they had you up. Okay, what else? I just saw 222 on the timer, so yeah, I feel a lot of 2026 is going to be about the way that you move in relationships. Yeah, we have Justice reversed on the bottom of the deck. I just feel like you've dealt with a lot of unfairness, or people like you're giving, and when it's time for you to receive, people are like, oh, I don't have anything, my pockets are empty. And it's just this energy. Wow, yeah, we have the King of Cups and the King of Wands, both reversed. I feel like for some of you, this could be about your romantic partnerships, but even outside of romance, I just feel like there's people in general, like people who feel like they have a certain level of authority over you that they actually do not fucking have. It's like, that's what I mean. It's like this energy of like, with the King of Cups, it's like people feeling like they have such a emotional meaning to you that they can just treat you however, and like you're not emotionally strong enough to leave them alone. Who? Who? It's making me think about that owl trend on TikTok. But yeah, like, or with the King of Wands, people thinking that, you know, they can implant self-doubt into you because you're not confident enough in yourself to believe that you can do better without them, or that you don't need them. You get what I'm saying? Or that they can talk down to you because you're not bold enough or confident enough or mean enough, quite frankly, to check them or to say something rude back. It's like, no, like you're shutting that down. It's like people, I feel like you were just heavily underestimated. In 2026 is about you flipping the script and being like, actually, no, it's not any of that. I don't know what you thought this was. Meet me outside, blocked, cussing people out, letting people have it, reminding people of their place. That's really what this is about. This is about reminding people of their place and really dethroning people. Like all these cards here that have thrones are all reversed. Like all of these. It's like taking people off of pedestals. I think that you have subconsciously, without realizing it, put other people in like, even things like, it could be people and it could be relationships, but this could even be like a job or like a certain industry that you thought you had to work in, or a certain path in life that you thought you had to go that way. And people, even family members, like just thinking that it's just this energy of like things, you placing things subconsciously into a pedestal where it has caused these people or things to believe that they have authority over you in one way or another. And 2026 is you like being like, you actually don't have authority over shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And taking your power back and balancing the scales and finally defending yourself and getting rid of whoever wronged you or whoever was trying to bank on, you know, you dimming your light or you being a less full version of yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that's what 2026 is giving for you, Pile One. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about that. Comment a yellow emoji if you made it to the end of the video. I know that this reading is short, but it's just because I'm just getting back into it. I'm just getting my feet wet. We gonna get into it throughout the year, you know, back to longer readings, but just want to start off with something light, a little sample. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the reading. Give the video a thumbs up. Comment yellow emoji so I know you made it to the end. Other than that, I love y'all and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's jump straight in. Today, y'all, we're going to be looking into what is the general guidance and advice for you in 2026. All right, Spirit, what is the general guidance and advice for my Pile 2s for this year of 2026? What is the general guidance and advice for my Pile 2s for this year, 2026? Spirit, what is the general guidance and advice for my Pile 2s in 2026? I don't want that many cards at once. It's like the whole thing. All right, first out we have the Page of Swords reversed. Man, what is this? The Ace of Coins. Pile 2, I feel like for you, Pile 2, I feel like 2026 is having to do with learning how to transmute negative energy into money and into opportunities for yourself. You could be somebody who has a negative reputation, or you could just have people who, I feel like you could be somebody who cuts people off quickly. Like when you get a weird vibe, you don't like second guess yourself, like you like trust in your intuition in that way. And so I feel like there's really more so people that you don't like or that you don't want around you who actually want to be your friend, or they want to be in your life in some capacity, but you have written them off for whatever reason. I feel like there's a lot of people like that about like in your life, not even in your life per se, but just existing, like, you know, in your realm. And I feel like these people talk about you a lot. Like I feel like you get talked about or gossiped about a lot, or people watch your page. And I feel like you are the kind of person who can transmute that energy into positivity. Okay, when those, like, you know, even bad press is still press, negative attention is still attention. And not to say that you're like going to be doing anything to purposely garner negative attention, but it's one of those things where I feel like you just get it anyways. Like you could have prominent Leo placements, You're definitely giving me, or Libra as well, you're giving me somebody who either you could be a public figure in some capacity, like you could be on a social media, or you could post yourself online, or, you know, even if you're not, that's not your job to be like a celebrity or a public figure or an influencer in any capacity. It could just be that you just naturally get a lot of attention, and like you just naturally, when you're in a space, people notice you and they, you know, inquire about you or think about you, that kind of energy. Okay. And I'm also getting Cancer as well. And so it just gives me this vibe that sometimes you hold yourself back because you don't like how people talk about you so much, or you might not be comfortable with how often you're perceived. But I feel like for you, 2026 is about learning how to transmute that energy into something that's beneficial for you. And essentially what that means in layman's terms is I feel like in 2026, you're going to be, you could be quite literally doing like transmutation spells to like, you know, whenever somebody gossips about me, or whenever somebody says my name, it makes me attract more money. It could be like that kind of vibe. But it also could just be the vibe that you are getting out of your shell and like putting yourself out there and doing the things that you actually want to do and that you're being called and inspired to do, that would make you more money despite being anxious about who's gonna see it and who's not gonna like it. It's one of those things. This could also be just people, this could be some people like actually speaking negatively of you, but this could also look like people just having negative opinions on what you're doing. Not that they're necessarily disliking you. Like this could be like, I'm getting different vibes. So I'm getting the energy that you probably do have haters. You probably do have people who want you to fail in life because they wanted to be your friend, or they wanted to date you and you didn't want them back. Like you didn't want to be friends with them, or you didn't want to date them. So now, you know, you hurt their feelings, you rejected them, and so they just wish bad on you because of that rejection. But I also feel like this could be other people, like family members, or maybe like childhood friends, people who just have a different mindset than you, but who still care about you. Not hoping that you fail per se, but only seeing success for you in a way that they see it. And so like if you try to take a different path than what they see, they will naturally try to convince you that that path is not going to work and that you need to do what they want you to do. Just kind of like that energy of people feel like they know your life better than you, or like they know what's best for you better than you. Both of those energies, even though one is more malicious than the other one, they're both still energies that would cause you to doubt your own plans and your own ideas and your own things that you're feeling drawn to do. I feel like 2026 for you, Pile 2, is really about transmuting all of that into making it work for your favor, instead of making it something that makes it hard for you to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So transmuting it into confidence instead of self-doubt, essentially. Transmuting even people's gossip or people's negative opinions into good fortune for you. You know what I mean? I hope so. Let's keep going. Next, we have the 3 of Coins. Yeah, you're gonna have to put yourself out there this year and like really not care about who agrees with it or not. Honestly, even if you do something that seems completely crazy to somebody else, it really doesn't matter if it's what you know in your heart is what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, 5 of Cups reversed. You're not gonna be broke. You're not gonna be. I think I'm getting a lot of things. I feel like a lot of you, like, you don't put yourself out there because you have a fear of like being broke or a fear of something not working, and so you would rather just cling to like whatever you present day feel like is security. I literally said Leo energy. That was the first thing I said when you got the Strength card and the 5 of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's like we literally have both of these 5 cards in reverse with the Strength here on top. It's like, play the tiny violin for yourself. He literally was holding a violin. Play the tiny violin for yourself and like get over it. Like, okay, people don't like you, it doesn't matter. People don't believe in you, it doesn't matter. People, you know, you scared to be broke, it doesn't matter. Like, money's there. There's more people that like you than that don't. There's more people that have never even heard of you before than that know you. So there's infinite possibility for you to create something out of your ideas and out of your talents, out of your creativity, out of the things, again, that you're feeling drawn to. There are people who want to work with you, that make money with you. There's people who want to shop with you. There's people who want to book you and hire you. There's people who want to give you money for whatever it is that your skill or talent is. Okay, and so it's like this whole wallowing in sadness, wallowing in fear of being broke, or wallowing in fear of somebody screenshotting your post and sending it to their group chat and laughing. Who gives a fuck if they send it to the group chat and laughing? You still are, you know, the algorithm is still noticing that as a share, and now your page is finna blow up because it's noticing that people are interacting with your page. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, any celebrity, you could think of any famous person right now that has been canceled, okay, and they probably still have more money than you. Like, a good example, who I know a lot of people don't like, is what's that guy, that singer guy that was like, he wants to be with the white people because they're on the winning team? What was he? What's his name? Daniel Caesar. I don't forgot that nigga name. Daniel Caesar, okay? He is canceled to most people. However, he's still putting out music, and I guarantee you he still has more money than the average person working a 9 to 5. who has canceled him and who does not listen to him. And this is not me advocating for him, because I don't listen to him either, but I'm just saying he probably is still doing just fine in his life if he believes in himself, because despite the negativity, despite the gossip, whatever the case may be, your life is up to you. It's not up to what other people decide for you or what other people even wish on you, okay? It's up to you. And you deciding to have the confidence to push for it regardless and decide that you are deserving and worthy of being seen in your highest light, no matter what anybody else has to say about it. No matter if people are trying to cancel you or they don't like it or they're gossiping or they're laughing or they're doubting, it doesn't matter, okay? For you in 2026, what you're needing to do is do the shit anyways. Put yourself out there anyway. Post yourself. Audition for that thing. Apply for that job. Like, go to school even if nobody thinks you should go to that school. Move to that country or move to that city even if nobody thinks you should. If that's what you feel like in your heart is what's for you and that's what's going to align you to the life that you really want to live, do it. Okay, it's your life to live, not anybody else's. So don't allow yourself to be held back by the projections and the thoughts and opinions and fears of others. Okay, so that's what I have for you for 2026. If you made it to the end of this reading, then comment a red emoji so I know you made it to the end. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. I miss saying that. But other than that, I love y'all and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey pile 3, welcome to your pile. So today we're going to be getting into what is the general guidance and advice for you in 2026. Let's jump straight in. Spirit, what is the guidance and advice for pile 3 in 2026? What is the guidance and advice for pile 3 in 2026? What is the advice and guidance for pile 3 in 2026? First out, we have the Death card. Okay. The Hermit. And the Seven of Wands. You guys could have been drawn to pile 1. This energy, literally the way that this is looking to me, like with the way that these cards are set up, it's like, if you notice in this one, this is like Lumpy Space Princess, and like it looks like the forest that she's in is like snowy and looks like she's guarding the entrance. It's very much giving like, if you come over here, you're gonna get bopped, okay? And then here we have the Death card with like the skeleton on a horse standing outside of like something, you know, this kind of is giving like cave or like fortress. And then, you know, they're standing outside of like another thing with an entrance, and it's almost giving me like this protective vibe over this, okay? And then I was like, okay, but I was like, is that the vibe? Because that's kind of the same message as pile 1 in a not quite the same way, but a similar way. And then I got a clarifying card. We literally had the Seven of Wands, which is all about defending yourself. Pile 3, it's important for you to defend yourself, particularly in 2026 against negative self-talk. The difference between, okay, I'm not going to say the difference between this one and pile 1. Just go watch pile 1 if you feel called to it. Now, if you did already watch pile 1 and then now you're here, you know the difference. But what's really key here is protecting yourself from worrying about the details and worrying about if things don't work out. It's like this energy of you tend to procrastinate because you will talk yourself into why. I just saw 222 on the timer as I was saying that. So definitely, this is the right message. We're on the right path. Pineapple juice and coconut water, get your electrolytes. Anyways, it's like you have the tendency to procrastinate or to not do something that you know you should do because you will overthink the details. You will find a problem. You will find an obstacle so that you don't have to do that thing. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like if your mom asks you to take your little sibling outside with you and you really don't want to take them outside anymore. So it's like, oh, I'm sick. You know, you wasn't even sick before, but now your stomach hurt a tiny bit. And I was like, oh, I can't, I'm sick. I'm on my period, I'm cramping. Like, when in reality, had that task not been assigned to you, you would have went outside and did something else. Like, if you didn't have to take your sibling, right? It's like this energy of people, we understand how to do that when we don't want to do something, but sometimes we have the tendencies to do the same thing when we actually do want to do something. And it's like I said that, like, I don't know. It's one thing to come up with obstacles against something that you don't want to do, but we can also subconsciously do the same thing with things that we do want to do. So if for you in 2026, what's gonna prevent your growth is thinking about death, thinking about the end, thinking about a negative concept, thinking about a negative, not a concept, a negative ending. That's not the word I'm trying to say though. A negative outcome. You know what I mean? This is like you thinking about wanting to move to a different city and then immediately thinking about how you can't afford it. Well, yeah, if you tell yourself that you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. You could come across a new job tomorrow that's paying more, or a new position could open up in your company, or they could be giving out bonuses randomly the next day. You don't even know, but you telling yourself already that you can afford it, so now you're not even opening yourself up to that reality. Does that make sense? It's very important for you, Pod 3. You guys could be overthinkers, and you could be very critical of yourself. You could have, this energy is like Scorpio and Virgo here. You could have prominent Scorpio and Virgo placements, or you could have parents with these placements who raised you like this. Shout out to those with Virgo moms. Virgo mom, Scorpio moon, and Scorpio rising. Yeah, okay? Very much giving hypercritical, okay? You mean well, but it's giving nasty. It's giving nice nasty. It's like the energy of somebody telling you that you can't have, like, oh, you shouldn't dream because you're gonna just be disappointed and like nothing's ever gonna work out. But like they think that they're telling you this out of love. And it's like, that's not the kind of love I need, okay? That's not, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not, and I'm saying this and I'm making this kind of correlation because I can tell that you're not doing this because you actually doubt yourself. You're doing it because you're trying to protect yourself. That's what it is. Also with the 7 of Wands. It's like, you think that death is imminent. This is, okay, stick with me for what I'm channeling right now. The reason why you procrastinate and self-doubt so much is because you think of the outcomes similar to death in the sense that something that's inevitable. But you failing is not inevitable, okay? Even death, yes, we all may physically die within these bodies, but we know that we don't actually die. It just turns to dust and nothingness. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe in reincarnation, whether you believe in an afterlife, there's always something else after this. You get what I'm saying? And that continuation continues to happen. So when you think about that, then correlate that to the negative, unfortunate outcome that you might be 9 times out of 10 believing is more realistic than a positive outcome. It's because you're associating it with something that is inevitable. And that is the problem. Things not working out for you, it's almost as if you have this like deep intrinsic, and that's why I said this could have come from your parents as well. This could be something that you were born with, like, and like raised up to believe, because there's like this deep intrinsic belief that things are just bound to not work out. Like, it would be unrealistic for something to work out. It would be rare or against the grain for something to work out. And because this, and you probably have known this and like have done the work to undo this over time, and it's like a cyclical thing that's happening where you peel back layers and layers and layers and you get better and better and better, and you're probably going to be having another year of like peeling back that layer or another layer, and you know, allowing yourself to experience more, because it's like there's this deep intrinsic just belief that like you're not meant to like live a good life. You're not meant for things to work out for you. It just doesn't happen that way. That's not realistic. And so I think that in 2026 you're going to be really having to protect yourself and literally defend yourself against that belief. Like, that's like your biggest mission in 2026. Yeah, we have the Strength card reversed. It's like you're going to have to be battling your ego, and the 3 of Coins reversed. It's like you're having to battle your own ego, but also like your own idea of stability, safety, comfort, and community. And then we have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all have watched all 3 piles because they all low-key correlate in different ways. But yeah, in this one, it's just more so like you really have to be okay with taking a leap of faith and like really believing that it's going to happen. Like, you are going to have like delusional, radical belief in yourself this year in order to do some of the things that you're meant to do, like, period. Like, it's not going to be a thing of like, oh, my mom doesn't believe in me. It literally doesn't give it doesn't fucking matter. Oh, I'm scared to post online because my ex and the bitch who I didn't like from high school and the bitch that, you know, I thought she was my friend, but she was fake in college. Like, she's going to see it. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It, like, literally nothing matters. It doesn't matter. Oh, I don't have enough money in my account right now to feel comfortable doing it. Doesn't fucking matter. Like, this is the year of just doing it and like literally defeating your like negative self-talk demon for the final time. Does that make sense? It's like this is making me think about Stranger Things. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just about like going to like that final battle with somebody or an entity or an energy that's been terrorizing you for years, making your life hell for years. And it's like, I'm finally ready to end this. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I have for you, pile 3. I hope that resonated for you. Definitely go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. If you are from pile 3, leave a black emoji at the bottom so that I know that you made it to the end. Other than that, I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye.